Today, I'm going to try 4 interesting flavors of potato chips, and you are going to learn lots of new English words. First of all, if you don't know what a potato chip is, that yellow thing is a potato chip. In the US, we usually say potato chips or just chips. However, potato chips is more clear because there are also other chips that are not made from potatoes. And in the UK, they don't say chips, they say crisps. Chips, or crisps, are usually considered junk food. Junk food is basically just food that is not good for you. Usually, junk food is food that is produced in a factory and has a lot of fat and or a lot of sugar. The most common types of junk food in the United States are things like chips, candy, soda, and fast food, such as McDonald's or Burger King. And I don't usually eat fast food because I am a health-conscious person. I am a health-conscious person means that I care a lot about my health, and I think about my health when I make decisions in my daily life. So I don't usually eat potato chips, but I thought that this would be a good way to teach you some vocabulary. The first flavor that I'm going to try today is Heinz mayonnaise. And mayonnaise is a thick cream that you put on hamburgers, you put in chicken salad, other things like that. Heinz is just a brand. It's one of the most famous brands that we have in the United States for condiments. What are condiments? Condiments are things that you add to your food while you are eating it. So the condiments that we often have in the United States are things like ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise. The second flavor that we have is truffle. And truffle is a very expensive ingredient that I have never had before because I don't usually eat fancy food. A lot of people think that truffle is a type of mushroom, but it's not actually a type of mushroom. What it is it is a type of fungus, and people think that it's a mushroom because mushrooms are another type of fungus. So if we have fungus, we can have truffles, mushrooms, yeasts, molds, and other things. The third flavor that I've got today is grilled prawn with gochujang sauce. I don't know if it's gochujang or gochujang. I don't speak Korean. I've never been to Korea. However, what that is it is a paste made from chili peppers and other ingredients. So it's a spicy paste that is used in Korean cooking. What is a paste? Well, a paste is kind of like a very thick cream or a very thick sauce, usually made from both wet ingredients and dry ingredients. If you have a sauce, you can usually pour the sauce very easily. But if you have a paste and you try to pour it, it's not going to come out because it's very thick. For example, toothpaste, the stuff that you use when you brush your teeth. This is a paste. Or this stuff that I put in my hair. This is a paste. Okay, and then prawn and shrimp. So usually in the United States, people say shrimp. And in the UK, people usually say prawn. However, they are not the same thing. They are separate species of animals. I'm not going to explain all of the differences between them because I'm not a biologist and I don't know all of them. But basically, in the US, we say shrimp, and in the UK, they say prawn. But they're not the same. So these are basically going to be spicy seafood chips. The final flavor that I'm going to try today is extra crunch wasabi mayo flavor. First thing, extra crunch. What is crunch? Crunch is basically the sound that you hear when you eat a potato chip. Wasabi mayo. First, the easy one, mayo. Mayo is just a short word for mayonnaise. So mayonnaise and mayo, they are the same thing. Wasabi is a plant that is related to mustard and horseradish. Sometimes it's actually called Japanese horseradish. And when we talk about eating wasabi, we are usually talking about eating the part of the wasabi plant that grows under the ground. Even more specifically, it's the part of the plant that grows horizontally under the ground, and this is called a rhizome. Ginger root is another rhizome that people often eat. And if you've never had wasabi, it's spicy, but it's not burn your mouth chili pepper spicy. It's more spicy kind of up here in your nose. Okay, let's start with the Heinz mayonnaise flavor. Smells 100% like mayonnaise and potato chips, which actually smells pretty good. Let's find out. You can see that the shape of the chip, it's not smooth. It has these little lines. These are called ridges. Those are pretty good. They have a very mild flavor. Mild means not strong. Not too sweet, not too spicy, not too sour, just in the middle. I like these ones. However, they're a little bit boring. I want to try some of the more interesting flavors. Next, we are trying the truffle. You can see that these chips are smooth. These chips do not have ridges. I don't like that. Yeah, that has a really weird flavor that I don't know how to describe, especially because I don't know if this is what truffles really taste like or if it just tastes weird because it's junk food. But yeah, I don't like those ones. Now for the grilled prawn with Korean chili paste. They smell exactly how I expected them to smell. They smell like all of the other seafood, junk food that you can get in Thailand, which to me doesn't smell good. However, it also doesn't smell too bad. Okay, so I would never buy these again. However, if someone had some and they offered them to me, I'd probably eat a few. So they're salty, a little bit spicy, and a little bit sweet. And yeah, they definitely taste a little bit like prawn. Finally, I'm going to try the Wasabi Mayo Extra Crunch. I can smell the mayonnaise more than I can smell the wasabi. So I think the wasabi flavor is probably not going to be very strong. And you can see that these chips have very big ridges. So that's why it's going to have the extra crunch, is because of these ridges. Okay, so it definitely has the extra crunch, and it definitely has mayonnaise flavor, and it definitely has wasabi flavor. Still not very good. I think they would be a lot better if the wasabi flavor was just a lot stronger. So yeah, my favorite flavor today is actually just Heinz mayonnaise. However, I think the reason that I like this one is that it was better than I expected it to be, whereas the other ones were all worse than I expected them to be. But yeah, I hope you guys learned something today. Thank you for watching.